Crystal Palace have a new cult hero, nay a legend amongst their ranks in Jean-Philippe Mateta. The striker was awful for 3 years, but under Glasner, the potential in which Dougie Freeman saw in him has now become a reality. Welcome back to Luke Talks Palace, where today I'm chatting about why Crystal Palace need to give Mateta whatever he wants to keep him at the club and at Selhurst Park for the foreseeable future. As always, if you're new around here and if you enjoy the content, please feel free to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube or follow if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Like and comment on the video. Let me know how much money you would give Mateta if you were Steve Parish. 100k a week, 70k a week, 150k a week? Let me know in them comments. So let's dive into the video and discuss how important Mateta is to our future successes and why I'm making this video. First of all, let's remember the days of old when genuinely 90% of the Palace fan base wanted to sell Mateta. It really made sense before Glasner arrived. Mateta had only 16 goals since 2020 in all competitions. In the Premier League, he managed 11 goals in 80 appearances, with 0.29 goals per 90, zero point 0.4 big chances per 90, and a shot conversion rate of 12.6%. Not really a great tally there at all. He looked lost on the pitch, unable to use his physicality, and unsure when to shoot. Flash forward to his performances since Glasner arrived, and he has 29 goals in 41 appearances. In the Premier League, he has managed 23 goals in 37 appearances, with 0.71 goals per 90, 1.21 big chances per 90, and a 30.6 shot conversion rate. Mateta has also recorded the second highest shot conversion in the Premier League since data began, with a minimum of 12 goals in a season, and he achieved this in 2023/24, showing how good a finisher he is. This improvement is simply ridiculous. He's gone from a player I never cared about to a player I absolutely love and adore. I've got his shirts now. I love them. They're beautiful. They're ridiculous. Had to get the yellow one this season, long sleeve as well, because why not? Now, this season, Mateta has 10 Premier League goals in 24 matches and is showing no signs that last season was a purple patch. Mateta has gone from a nobody to one of the most informed strikers in Europe, and he deserves all the praise he is getting. He is getting this praise not just from Palace now, he's getting it from everywhere. He has become a poacher, a target forward, and also someone who is very, very good on the ball. What is so terrifying about Mateta is the fact that he can dribble on the ball with speed and technique despite being 6'4". I mean, this guy is doing step overs. He's sitting down defenders. I remember Ipswich. He's also nutmegging defenders, Mavropanos, getting them sent off, Mavropanos. The skill he has on the ball is absolutely ridiculous. It's not just about his finishing. His finishing in the box is genuinely ridiculous, by the way. You feed him and he will score. And that is exactly what we're seeing this season. With this improvement taken into account, we need to be giving Mateta whatever he wants. If you're a mid-table club like Crystal Palace, you will struggle to get a striker of this quality performing to this rate consistently. We can just look at the past decade of Crystal Palace in the Premier League to work that out. We had Benteke, 2 seasons he got double-digit figures. He got 17 in one and 10 in the other, and they were about 4 or 5 years apart. In that gap, we didn't have a striker who could score that many goals. Yes, we had Zaha, but he's not a striker in my opinion. You also flash forward to before Benteke, Glenn Murray in the Championship, 30 goals. Then we had that little lull, we didn't have any strikers getting double digits really. It was really, really hard for us until we kind of got Benteke in. We've always had decent strikers to a level, kind of like an Eduardo Batshuayi, a decent level, but they've never been ones who we literally think like we could rely on most weeks to score. It's absolutely ridiculous the rate he's scoring at the moment, Mateta, and we need to take this into account. It will be so hard, so hard to get a striker of Mateta's level at our club. It will cost a lot. A striker will need huge wages if they're actually performing to a very good level. And, with Crystal Palace, we're going to have to probably get a striker in who we need to sell in a few seasons. It's just going to be impossible to replace a forward. I think now that we've got a forward in Mateta, you just need to be like, look, this guy is so important to our club. Goal scorers are the most important thing to the club, and we need to keep him, give him the bag. Goals win matches, and Mateta, with his amazing personality, cracking chant, and great celebration, combined with the fact that he is one of the best strikers in the league these days at the moment, emphasises that he deserves a big contract and deserves to be the highest paid player at the club. I think if you look at reports or whatever, Kamada's on 100k a week, Dean Henderson's on 100k a week. You're saying maybe Eze as well, 100k a week, around there. How is Mateta not performing above the level with these players at the moment? All Mateta has to do is go, look, these guys are on 100k a week. I'm providing more for the club at the moment because goals are so important. Goals get you positions higher and higher up in the table. I'm winning you matches. Why do I not deserve the biggest amount of money? We triggered his extension in his contract, which is good. But the bad news is we did this because we failed to agree terms with him. At the time, over the summer, we were trying to get Mateta to sign a new deal. We couldn't get him to agree to the terms we wanted and vice versa. So we used this clause in his contract to basically get him to stay for another season in terms of contract length. So we're not really giving him what he wants. We're just getting him on the same amount of money and triggering his extension, which for me, it feels ridiculous that we're not kind of agreeing his terms. Look, he may want a lot, but I'm sure Palace won't be hitting 100k for him at this current time. I'm sure they would never have wanted to give him that much, but what he deserves massively. No doubt if a bigger club comes in, and he's getting linked to a lot of clubs now, they will offer him the wages he deserves. For Steve Parish, you've got to weigh this up now. Mateta's 26, 27, still quite young. You could keep him for another 4 years at a very, very decent amount of money on wages, but his resale value will go up bigger and bigger. Let's say we can just keep him for another season. That would still be good enough because we have that extra contract length to kind of, barter with other clubs who want him, kind of demand a big fee for him. That contract situation in the summer was not good for us. It was also being reported that Mateta would stop doing his corner flag celebration because we couldn't agree deal with him. That's how much it kind of went to the fact that we were offering him low money. I really, really hate that we did that. But luckily, he's turned things around. He's wanted to carry on with his personality, with that great celebration. I simply cannot picture us replacing Mateta with someone of his quality. It would be so expensive for us. Parish, Freeman, if you're listening, give Mateta what he wants. Glasner has shown he can get the best out of him. Imagine if Glasner could build that squad around the Frenchman. Our ambitions are massively, massively improved with him in the side. I think right now for a club like Crystal Palace, this is the time you have to kind of back this manager. This is a manager of high quality who's only on a 2.5 year deal, who we will not have forever. He is of very, very high level. He's proven it. We've only lost a certain amount of matches this season compared to everyone around us. I think we're only on like 7 losses this season. We've gone on a huge undefeated away record. It's been ridiculous. We're beating big teams. We're flowing, and it's looking really decent. We're not going to get a manager who has his ambitions, his quality, and his experience after him. I just don't see it. You have to think right now, can we back this manager? Yes, we might have to take a financial hit in a couple years, but can we back this manager completely now to see if we can disturb that top 8? And in my opinion, Glasner can help us do that with Mateta. So you go full send, you trust Glasner with a bit of money, a bit more money than we've given him, and you give Mateta the wages he wants. That is literally it. We still have great players who we can sell on. You could think we could get so much for Adam Wharton in a year. We could get so much for Eze still, even though lots of fans want to slate him. We could even get a little bit for Munoz at the moment. Gay's there as well. LaCroix we're going to make profit on. So you can think and you can look at these players and you can go, that's enough players that we can make profit on to give Mateta a bit more money. Surely, surely. Anyways, let me know if you enjoyed this video. I know a certain amount of you aren't subscribed to me yet. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please do. It really, really helps, and it builds this channel, builds the Palace community. Palace fans, let me know in the comments, would you give Mateta 100k a week if you had the chance? Let me know. Do you think Mateta is one of the most important players at the club? Let me know. We are trying to get to 1,000 subs, so I'd really, really appreciate it if we can get there sooner rather than later. I've got some really, really good videos coming up, got some really good plans, got some interviews coming up as well, so please feel free to subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify as well, any follows or 5-star reviews are massively appreciated. I will see you later. Up the Palace.